Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel, and today we're looking at this new game I've been playing, Descenders. So this game is kind of actually inspired, which hopefully is going to turn into a bit of a series where I'm going to be playing new, at least new to me games. We're going to be giving them a little mini review, a little overview. I'll just show you guys the game a little bit, tell you what I think. And yeah, this is going to be aimed at people who watch the channel who have similar taste in games that I do, that hopefully I can introduce them to something new. And today the video is based on Descenders. So yeah, what is Descenders? As you can see, my guy here with his cone on his head is sitting on a mountain bike. So there's a sport out there which is downhill mountain biking. You may or may not be familiar with it. The concept is you start at the top of a mountain and you go down a really cool, sick path where you essentially try and get to the bottom the fastest. But obviously, because this is a video game, it takes things to the next level. So that's pretty much the concept of the game, downhill mountain biking, but it has a lot more to it. This area that we're in now, called the hub, is where you and all the other players in your hub can just chill and cycle about, do little practices and things like this, because this game is actually kind of open world and it's multiplayer. So every time you go to a stage, go to a bike park, if other people are on it in your server, you will see them. It has co-op play because there is a career mode as well as just multiplayer and casual and things like that, which is super fun. A nice way I think to define this game maybe would be like easy to learn but hard to master. So whenever you first start up the game, you get introduced into a tutorial which then teaches you like the basics, which is something like, this is how you cycle forward, this is how you turn, this is how you slide, this is how you jump. And then it's like, go out there and try it, and you're not going to be very good. It also has a career, so you can come into Ride and you'll see there's a few different options. There's Career Session, which is just you play through 4 different stages, which you can do kind of, you can't, it changes from day to night, so it can be difficult to 100% each stage, but it is doable. Another thing is that every time you play the stage, it has a randomly generated seed, so there is a possibility that every time you play the track it will be different. You can see here I only have 2 unlocked, but you can actually play through all 4, and there's a number 1 to 3, so this is just where I can start from. So I'm just going to jump quickly into Highlands and kind of give you an overview of what it's like. As I'm talking here, you can see it's building the trail, and this means that every time I jump in here, this is going to be randomly generated. Codec is on the game, which I'm actually questioning. I feel like I see this guy a lot. Maybe he just plays it a lot. But yeah, this is pretty much different every time you play it. Procedurally generated. In career mode, you can see in the top left that there's a number of lives. These lives are what you have the whole way through the career session. If you complete the objective in the top right, you earn another life, and there's also some challenge nodes, one where like the ramps, the turns, the steepness are all cranked to 11. There's also boss levels, which is how you get into the next area. So this is Highlands. I need to play through Highlands to get to, I believe it's called Forest. So I can actually show you on the map here. This is kind of a bit of an overview. So you can see the boss track is up here, and you kind of make your way through. Each race has this 3 kind of stats: steepness, curves, and stunts, which you can see in the screen. So one of my personal favorites is steep. So if you crank the steepness up, it means you're obviously going downhill crazy fast. So I'll show you this one here. We'll quickly play it because it shouldn't take long, and this will give you a bit of an idea. So you can see, get 6 seconds of airtime. That we should be able to achieve in this video. So these career play are, as I mentioned, you could do in multiplayer, and it's super fun to do with your friends. One of my issues is that once your friend loses all their lives, they have to just spectate, and we'll get on at the end of the video some of the things which I do think should be improved and changed for future updates of the game. Because I will keep playing if these updates come and if these changes come out. So yeah, these are some crew members which you get after doing things. They have different stats. I won't dive too deep into that. But yeah, we're gonna actually just jump out of this career session now, which you can't do from this menu, which I've only just found out, which is fine because it loaded super quickly. So one of the other fun aspects of the game is the customization. So every time you do a career, roughly every time, you'll earn a certain amount of rep, which you can see is in the bottom left corner here. As you do the career session, you'll earn rep. Once you get the 100k rep, you get this career plus session, which is just a further 4 environments. Free ride, which is literally, as it says on the tin, free ride. Daily challenges. So, as it says in the tin, you get 1 shot. But the difference is with the daily challenges, it's similar to like a level you'll do in career or something, but you get bonus reps. So it's quite nice to have. Then multiplayer lobby, you can see here that there's quite a lot of lobbies in here. It's super good. There's loads of people playing. The game isn't cross-platform, so it's just PC. And then the next thing is bike parks. So there are bike parks that started as mods, like we'll use bike out. So obviously, if you are aware of the show called Total Wipeout, which is a really cool show, someone has came along and someone has came along and created the Descenders version of Total Wipeout. And yeah, this is super fun. This is like one of them addicting challenges that you're gonna keep playing until you complete it. There's checkpoints. You can actually set checkpoints yourself. And yeah, it's super fun. Another one that they have out there are kind of very, I don't want to say basic because there's a lot to them, but they just have more traditional downhill biking kind of area. So you can see it's just a big open world session and you can just mess around, kind of just practice and hone in your skills, unlike what I'm doing. And yeah, you spawn in different places each time and you can set your own area. And yeah, one of the things which I'll just mention now is the soundtrack in this game is fantastic. So I don't know, it might be worth maybe doing another video on, but there's a game called PC Building Simulator where you can kind of learn how to build a PC, but it's got a bit of a campaign built into it. That has a similar soundtrack. I don't know if you've played it, but if you have, that's what it's like. And you can change the song at any time, which is quite cool. And yeah, that's pretty much Descenders. There's probably loads of stuff I missed, and I just don't want to make this, I don't want to make the video too long. But there's a few things which, yeah, I mentioned that we want to change. So I asked Will quickly if there's anything he would change, and he basically said that there should be an advanced tutorial. So at the start of the game, as I said, you play through, or you load up the game, and it's like teaches you how to do stuff, which is fine. You go out there and you start playing the game, and it's easy to learn. It's easy to get the concept of. It's easy to get pretty good at the game, but good at the game as in like completing tracks, being able to know how to play and stop yourself from falling off is fine. But a lot of other parts of the game is like doing skills and earning a thing called flow, which gives you pretty much like more rep whenever you finished. He thinks, and I completely agree with him, that there should be more tutorials for learning advanced mechanics. Even if it was like something like go up a ramp and press these buttons in a row, just as an idea of how to do something, we think that would be really good. the game as well, unless I'm missing something, it has a few bugs. One of my gripes was that if you go in and whenever you finally come up and earn a sponsorship, you can't view how you unlock these next tasks, and I feel like it's meant to appear on the right because it did for these goggles that I earned. So I'm pretty much stuck now that I can't unlock any more of my sponsor gear after this because I just don't know what I'm doing. Let's see, what other issues? That actually might have been it for the bad bugs. No, so one thing which I definitely does need fixed. So I have about 15 hours and I think it's only happened twice to me, so it's not a massive deal, and I did get out of it in both times. But something like a hay bale fell on like the starting podium, and then whenever I spawned in, I got knocked off like instantly, to the point where the game didn't register I'd started yet, so I couldn't even reset. And in one of the favela levels, like a house was half spawned on the starting position. Now these happen very, very, very rarely, like twice out of my like 15-20 hours that I've got in the game now, so it's really not something that is worth a complaint, but it is something I want to mention. The game did have a free weekend there, and I had bought it just before the free weekend started, but no regrets, and I will continue to play the game, especially once more updates come out. I didn't mention at the start, but it's available on every platform. It's not cross compatible, which I don't think really matters in a game like this. And yeah, as like a mini review on what I think of this game, if I was to rate it out of 10, I think if they fix them bugs and they fix that issue where your teammates can't continue in a career. So obviously in career with the lives, I get it why they stop, but if they could play as like a ghosted version of themselves and nothing counted, that would actually make a huge difference. Because if Will and I are playing career and I mess up, I don't want to ruin that career session for him. But if I could even play on and not receive any rep, that would make it a lot easier. Because it's just fun to play with your friends, even if you're not going to be getting the rep or XP at the time. And yeah, that's pretty much how I want to wrap up this video on Descenders. Super fun game. If there's another free weekend, give it a try. I do recommend purchasing it. It's super fun. And yeah, on that note, because this is going to be our first in this new mini review series, I am going to give Descenders a 7 out of 10. So it could easily go up with them few things they fix, and who knows what else they introduce. The game has mods and I haven't even touched that yet. You can't see it behind my webcam, but I just know once they dive into that, it's going to be super fun. And yeah, I can't wait to see what else comes to the game. Guys, as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.